I thought this was supposed to be about stocks. Where?
All right.
Let's hear now an example of
What's going on, room? Time to make a end of the day video, and I'm gonna ask the room to do me a favor. Now, I promised I wasn't gonna make any more YouTube videos talking about shit after the fact, so let's address what we've done. We're out of the Alibaba, we've taken a nice profit on it, we're out of it completely. We were thinking about looking to get back in on some weekly options. ACG, we shorted it that first day when it broke under 7 to offset the little pullback that it was having that day, and the stock has now continued to pull back to 666 as we speak. I still like it. It's not a day trade or a swing trade. This is what I would do, quotation fingers, as an investment. I like it. I still like it. But as far as my track record is concerned, holding stocks other than the Qs has not been the greatest thing. Hey, I liked dry ships at one point. I liked Walter Energy. I owned Enron, for God's sakes. What else did I go down with the ship? Yeah, KNDI. And I want to address that because I just saw it going across my ticker. There's one stock that I wanted to believe in so badly because I was an early investor in Tesla. And I did pretty well with the Tesla when nobody cared about it at $35. I remember when somebody put a $60 price target on the stock and it went up like 15 points over the next couple of days. I was thrilled. And then after that first earnings report, the stock was in the 70s or the 80s. I was more than thrilled. I was delirious because I sold it all and I never really bought it back. But then we started hearing about the Chinese Tesla. The slot machine, the candy car, if you will. The car comes out of a machine, spits the car out, you drive it around, and then bring it back to the next location. Now I thought this worked on 30 different levels. Great idea, electric cars. It's also like a bike sharing / car sharing. Helps with the smog. And because it's in China, I figured that considering they limit people on how many kids they can have, maybe eventually they would say, you have to buy these cars. And none of that worked out. Now, luckily, profit taking on that one worked out to be pretty good because we were in the stock at $7 and $8, and when it went to 12 and 15, we were thinking about selling it. You know, we sold some, then it was at 22 and 23. I think it actually went to, I don't remember. Let me make sure I'm not going to misquote anything, but did it go to $30 at some point? Let's go check a 3-year chart. It might have gone $22.50. $22.50, kids. And you know how much I love those half-number whole numbers. So when it couldn't break that $22.50, I remember that now. We wound up selling it back at $18 anyway. We missed the high, but not a bad sell from way back when. And of course, once I got out of the stock, I became not a basher, but to me, when I sell out of a stock and it doesn't start to come back immediately, that is a warning sign, because usually when I sell stocks, they go a lot higher. And this KNDI did not go up and consistently went down. Plus I read that it's just a pump and dump. I can't imagine this being a pump and dump because I've seen documentaries about this company, but maybe they were all fake. Sponge Tech turned out to be fake, right? And they were selling the shit out of those sponges all across America. In every baseball field there was. Sponge Tech, remember that one? KNDI, dry ships, Walter Energy. So, track record for long-term investing, other than the Qs, I'm not going to say I'm the champ there. I could find good ideas, and that's what I wanted to bring to your attention today, is one of these after-the-fact trades. But you know I've been talking about WMB, and you know I've been talking about MRO, and we've been in and out of the stocks. So should I tell you that we got back into the stock when it broke $29.50 and we're thinking about selling it here at $31.30 today? I would tell you half of that, because right now, there's no reason to sell this stock. WMB. I believed it was getting taken over 6 months ago. I still believe they're getting taken over, but now it's beyond takeovers. It's breaking out past the levels that we thought we would see, and there's really no reason to sell it. Now, whether or not you believe me that I suggested it to my guys, that's why I invite you to the room tomorrow. So email me right now, kennyglick@aol.com, or listen to this closely. I'm going to put a banner up on the bottom of this video. and I'm going to give you the link to get in and the username and the password for you to stop in on tomorrow. Because after tomorrow, the changes are going to be made. Everyone's going to have individual logins, blah, blah, blah. So the password that you see today will probably only work for maybe 3 more days. So you'll get 3 more days out of it. What I want you to do is stop in tomorrow, because it is very difficult, you understand, for me to trade, talk, try to run this website, and then make YouTube videos immediately after I take a position or I suggest taking a position. So, put it this way. WMB, do I want you to go balls deep into it at 31.30? No, but I do love it. We're in it. And MRO, we're also in also. So, we're out of the Alibaba. We still got the ACG. We're in MRO and WMB. And how am I in them? Naked puts, my friends. Naked puts. And if you don't know what naked puts are, come to the room and I'll teach you. It's a way to own a stock without actually owning the stock. And then if the stock actually goes down, you still can make money, which is what I like about selling naked puts. Yes, you're exposed to the same risks of it going down, but I'm not going to get into the entire blah, blah, blah about the trade. But if you want to learn more about options, we do a class usually once a week, starting next week. So you can stop in, hang out with some of my guys. More importantly, people have been asking me how to summarize what's going on in my room if I was to sell it online, which I don't. So what goes on in my room? It's basically me hanging out with some like-minded individuals, trying to make money however humanly possible we can. Day trading, sure. Swing trading, okay. Maybe some investment advice. A little bit of options. So basically, whatever you've done in your pursuit of education into trading, how to better yourself, I'm doing it. You want to learn about how to trade, what works well during the day, I can teach you. You want to know how to find breakouts, breakdowns, I can show you. You like channeling stocks? You want to learn about stochastics? Go somewhere else. You want to learn about Bollinger Bands? You can take a Bollinger Band and Bollinger Band that shit right up your ass. Because I don't care. I know I've got something that works pretty well. And what I try to do is stick to those things and milk them as much as possible. And that's why, you know, again, if anyone's out there complaining that you bought ACG at $7 as your first idea that I've ever gone out there and, you know, given you, then, like I said, being a stock pick service is not what I want to do, because then I'm only as good as my last pick. Because remember, there was 2 picks involved. It was Alibaba at 94 and ACG at 685. So let's say you bought ACG at 685 and you didn't buy the Alibaba at 94. I'm an idiot. But if you bought Alibaba and the ACG collectively, I'm still a genius, and now you're not too concerned about the ACG because you made so much money on the Alibaba. Not to mention the MRO and the WMB. But again, I'm not allowed to mention that on the video, even though I'm going to, and I am saying it. But I've been recommending that stock now going on 3 months, and then yesterday was the throw your hands up and just buy the fucker, because that thing was breaking, what was it, 29.50 the other day, or was that 2 days ago, right? And I'm saying right now, so if the stock goes down tomorrow, so this is what I wanted to do today. I want to give you a nugget of wisdom, what I'm trying to do. When you get a breakout, all right? When your stock is in the midst of breaking out, like this MRO and this WMB, what the powers that be want to do is they're going to gap the stock down the next day to try to shake people out. And maybe you'll get a 5-minute sell, sometimes a 15-minute sell-off, and then the stock will start to reverse, and if it breaks that 15-minute high into a reversal, chances are the trend is going to continue. So what we're looking for tomorrow is WMB, MRO, and I hate to even mention this, but WLL, I can't get involved in it because the stock burnt me too many times already, so I'm done with WLL. But I'm going to have to throw it in there because it's right at a strike price, $8.50. which might be interesting tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you into the room. The only way you're truly going to find any of these ideas on the fly is to be here with us live. And tomorrow should be an exciting day because this market's trying to go down, but it's not. Which brings me to my last point, UVXY and SPXY. I just want to give a nice congratulations to all you guys that have unlimited funds. I know my buddy's been trading it in his paper trade account. So now he's down $285,000 in his paper trading account. And he doesn't care because he just buys 10,000 shares more every day, assuming that eventually it's going to go up. See, that's the folly of the UVXY. People still think that you could continuously buy the stock for when the one day where it actually has an update, you're going to make all that money back. It's not going back to 80 bucks even, let alone 1,000 or 2,000. Or as I saw one guy post, I believe, can this stock really go back to 1.4 million or 2.4 million, the split adjusted price? Did this stock really trade at 2.4 million? I mean, it's unbelievable how people don't know about this product and continue to trade it as if it's real, as if it has a chance where you can dollar cost average and then have it pop. Now, the SPXY challenge has been, can you buy SPXY at the open and sell it at 4 o'clock? How many times has that happened? How many times has it worked? So far, apparently since we've been tracking it, it's worked about, was it now? 15 out of 17 days, 15 out of 18 days, something like that. That's kind of what a trend looks like. More importantly, is that today could be the first day UVXY stays green in a very long time. This thing is such a garbage product that it can't stay green for more than a day. So now, if we get UVXY to stay green into the close, maybe, just maybe, dare I say tomorrow might be a sell-off? I won't say it. But I will say that maybe, and we're all noticing how these rallies are getting sold into, but I'm not going to be convinced that the market's actually going to have a down leg unless this UVXY can actually have 2 days up in a row. Now I know we're going over a weekend, and next week is when work really begins. Everyone's going to be back. So that's when it's really going to get fun. So I implore you to stop in, swing by, whatever you got to do. And to everybody that called me last week, I will be getting back to you probably tonight. All right? So, that being said, remember we're looking at MRO tomorrow for a break of 17. We're looking for WMB to continue, probably 3250. My target on WMB for the year still hasn't been met, so that's why I like it still. 3660 is my target for the year, end of the year. 3660 is that target. But before we get to 3660, I'm looking at 3450. So we got 3450, then 3660, and then breaks that, then, you know, hey, the stock used to be $61. Man, some of these are gonna come back. Some of these are gonna come back to the, you know, where they were before the dreaded oil catastrophe. I mean, take a look at Dynegy. We haven't mentioned that one in a long time. Sorry, Devon Energy. Seems to go up every day. I've been out of that stock since what, 22? It's up another 100%. So why not MRO and WMB? Now let me give you my target for the MRO. We're almost there, kids. I'm just looking for 1958. And then if 1958, let's call it, that's too conservative. Let's go $20.40 on the MRO. That's where I'm looking for by the end of the year. Now, all that being said, if the market starts going down and blah, 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 oil, none of these stocks are gonna go anywhere. But all things remaining equal, these trends remain intact, a lot of these stocks look like they got more room to go. And I'm loving the market right now. I'm loving these pauses to refresh. And if we could get UVXY to hang in there, we'd get a nice, I'm not gonna call for a correction. I'm certainly not calling for a crash. But give me a couple of down days to shake things up, Now here's another thing. I talk a lot about a lot of things. We make fun of people, people make fun of me. I've always said I believe the market's manipulated, and it's the most criminal environment that you could possibly see. What I want to know is how the hell, I think it was about 10 days ago, I think somebody bought 10,000 AMD puts. 10,000. Because I got an email. Hey, did you see that huge print on the AMD puts? What was it? 4 or 5 days before they release news of an offering, which drives the stock back down to 615, where we were looking to buy it back, as a matter of fact. How does that go on in today's environment where we're supposed to be watchdogs and, this blatant front running? And I don't know. I want to know if somebody's getting arrested for that trade. But more importantly, selling the AMD at $7.33 doesn't seem so bad anymore, does it? So now that it's back down, speaking of shitty stocks, ACG breaking 66.6. This one's not looking too good for us kids. But that's all right. It's an investment. That's why you gotta sit through down days, up days. What the hell was I just about to say? Oh, right, AMD. Here's the sickest thing about the AMD. We're not buying it back yet. It's right at support as far as I'm concerned at $6.15. If this thing gaps up tomorrow, just like the MRO, we're looking for it to gap down, and the WMB to gap down so we can get a running start and buy some on the gap down. If they try to sucker people into AMD again, and it rolls over and goes red, instead of all those happy times where we were buying calls on it, we might be looking at $6 puts on AMD tomorrow, which I never thought ever would come out of my mouth, buying puts on AMD. And even though we've missed a considerable sell-off, usually what happens is, first people, obviously the manipulating people got out at $8, and the guy who bought the $10,000 puts, 10,000 options, he knew what he was doing. Then you get the news, you get the fear, the event-driven news, and then you get the people that, I should have sold yesterday. But then you get the capitulation on the on the group of people that didn't take the profits yet, who just might have bought it. Whatever the case is, you usually get 3 legs down. So you got the news, you got today's follow through, and tomorrow might be another leg down. And again, if you're buying $6 puts on the stock, now I don't know where they are right now, but I should check for you so I can give you an accurate idea. So I'm going to check out those $6 puts. I can't seem to get out of this window right here. Here we go. So AMD tomorrow I'm talking about. This is just for, you gambling psychopaths out there. Wow, and they're actually kind of expensive. For a stock that's 20 cents away with 1 day to expiration at trading 7 by 9. That's kind of expensive. But it could also be setting up for us for a good trade, because let's say AMD gaps up till 6:30 tomorrow and then promptly rolls over and goes red at 6:16. These will probably be down to about a nickel. So then, if it does break 6, I'm looking for 585 to be tested again. So if you can get them at a nickel and the stock goes down to 585, you're tripling your money. So that's why I got that one on the radar. Obviously, I'm loving this Twitter pullback. I'm looking to buy that one back. Probably going to sell some naked puts on that. Back in the ENDP, if I didn't mention also, we did sell some nakedness on the ENDP. Like an LL, again, at these levels. Double L, Lumber Liquidators. looking to sell some puts on team. And if you, again, I'm going to end here. If you don't know what selling naked puts is all about, come join us tomorrow because I'm going to be talking about it all day. So look at it as a free options seminar for you guys out there on YouTube. Just send me an email with your phone number and I'll get back to you tonight. And we'll be around all day tomorrow. And then of course, next week should start more active day trading again. All right? So you all out there in cyberspace, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a participant in my lifetime affair here on YouTube. And also, I don't want to front run this or tease this anymore, but I've invited some women to the house to dance behind me while I make these videos because I know I'm sick and tired of watching me in the same place. So if we had a couple of dancing girls behind me, just to spice up the videos a little bit. My wife's giving me permission to hire some interpretive dancers to, you know, dance behind me when I make the video. And we'll see how they interpret the fact that I want them to take their clothes off. What? All right, on that note, so I'll see you guys later in cyberspace, and I'll see you guys in 2 minutes when I stop making this video. All right. Have a nice day.